People are teaching us what to do after we burn out, but today let's talk about what we can do before so we don't even get there. All right, guys, thank you for joining us here on Espresso with Sky. My name is Sky. It's my sidekick, Chewy. If this is your first time here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. But if you really want to help us out, go ahead, hit that like button below. But if you really want to help us out, go ahead and leave a comment. Now, if you don't know what to write about in the comment section, just write about the things that make you burn out. Also, in addition, we now have 2 support sites for us on Espresso with Sky. If you want to support us here, we have PayPal and we have something called buymeacoffee.com, and this is perfect for our site. On this site, you can support us monthly, annually, or you can just buy me a cup of coffee, and I'd be very happy with that too. All right, guys, so let's get into today's topic of the day. So first, let's talk about the concept of burnout. In a very simple way, burnout is more output than input, right? If we're taking a look at a relationship, it's like one person putting everything to a relationship and the other person doing absolutely nothing. Eventually, the person gets burned out and they don't want to love this person anymore. It's like a car. A car only has a certain amount of gas, and if you drive more than the gas that they have, then your car burns out, your engine burns out. You can't go any further. It's the same with calories and energy that you eat. If you're running and you run like 100,000 miles, but you only put enough energy into your body for 500 miles, then you're going to burn out. So the concept of burnout, simply put, is more output than input. So what I'm going to talk to you today is just 2 simple things for you to think about, things you need to put into action so that you don't even get to burnout. So this is today's first tip. And more than a tip, it's more about, I guess, a self-assessment. Kind of look at yourselves and see where you are when it comes to this. And my first tip is take a break. Now, you might think to yourself, I take a break here, I take a break there, I take a break here. Like, I take breaks all the time. However, I'm not talking about those little tiny breaks here and there. I'm talking about those real breaks that restore you, refresh you, and kind of reset you back to normal. Okay? And I'm gonna give you 2 signs to show you that you're not really taking good breaks. Okay? First one is this. People sometimes feel that the more you do, the better. The busier you are, the better, right? And the more you do and the busier you are, you feel like you're working. And this is not a good sign. Why? Because a lot of times people want to be busy, but they don't know what to put into the time. They start just putting a bunch of junk in there, here and there, and it may have nothing to do with the actual work that you're doing. So first thing I want you to do is I want you to be able to discern and be able to understand what you are busy with, and is it really contributing to the work that you're supposed to do, right? Are you really thinking that way? Now, the second one is even bigger. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. Have you guys ever gotten a phone call, a colleague or a friend asking for some help, or like, oh, can you help me out with this? Or, oh, I need to talk to you about something. And you're there at home or wherever you are, and you kind of feel guilty because at that moment, you're not really doing anything, or you're watching Netflix, or you're playing a game, but you don't really want to talk to anyone. Why? Right? Why do we feel guilty in those situations? I know some people that when someone calls and they want to talk, they feel so like, oh no, we're playing a game. I feel really guilty right now because, I should be talking to this person instead of playing a game. And the answer is no. Think to yourself very clearly. If someone's going to judge you because you're not doing anything at that moment and you can't help them, that you're a bad person or you're not someone who really cares, then they have a problem. Why? How do they know what type of day you had? How busy or how hard you worked and how much you really need this break to restore yourself? How can they judge your entire day by looking at one moment when you're taking a break? And how come you feel guilty that you're not doing this for your colleague or your friend because they asked in the time of break? Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you shouldn't feel guilty. Why? It is your time. Breaks are well-deserved, and sometimes not, but they're well-deserved, and they're things that you should look forward to. And even if you don't do a single thing, you do not have to do anything for anyone at that time. That is your break. You should never feel guilty. Sometimes I know I gotta take a break, and if someone calls, I'm not gonna answer. Why? It's my break time. Someone asks me to do something, I'll say no. Right? And I don't even need to explain myself. Why? It's my break. It's my personal time. I don't need to do anything. even as a pastor, guys, when I was pastoring a church, what happened was I felt that, oh, I'm doing this for God and this, and this, and I gotta, whatever anyone says, whatever time of the day, I'm gonna help everyone. And 24 hours, 365 days, I was like, I gotta be open to everything. But then when you read like the first chapter in the Bible, it's like, and then God rested. Yeah. Even God rested for a day, right? Guys, there are times that you need to take a break. It is your time. Do whatever you want with your time. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad because you're doing things that may not seem important to other people. But remember, guys, take a break meaning that is your time. You choose what you want to put in there, even if it means doing absolutely nothing, right? It's your time. All right, so let's get to the second tip of the day. And my second tip for you is control your schedule. What does that mean? You know, a lot of times people ask us to do these things here and there, and we say yes, 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 yes. And what happens is you have so many things on your plate. You're like, oh my gosh, I have this, and then I have this, and I have this, and I have this. Oh, I got too many things to do. Control your schedule. And what's the first thing you need to do to control your schedule? Well, you need a schedule, right? You need to make a schedule, know exactly what you're doing at each time. You even have to schedule it in your breaks. I'm dead serious, guys. When we don't have a schedule and people keep asking us to do things, of course we want to help them. Of course we want to help them. Of course I want to help you. We want to help everyone. However, if your schedule is too packed, you get burnt out because you said yes to so many people, and now it's come to the point you need to get everything done, and then you burn out. However, if you have a schedule, you can look at your schedule and say, hey, this is my schedule. I'm sorry, I can't do it by this time. I just physically can't. That's the time I have for this thing that I'm doing. I'm busy with this and I'm busy with this. I'm sorry, I can't fit you in my schedule this week. How about next week? And one thing you'll really know is when you look at the most busiest people in the world, they all have someone who only looks at their schedule. Hey, what's my schedule today? Well, you have a 9 o'clock here, you have 11:30 here, you have a 2:30 and a 7:30. It's like, oh, okay, thank you very much. You have someone is just working on their schedule. Why? They are that busy. Us, of course, we don't need someone doing that for us, but you could do it yourself. Make yourself a schedule, and when you look at your schedule, whenever someone asks, you can actually see whether you have time or not. And that's something that will definitely help you guys in the future. Yes, it will help you to even say no. Right? Because how many times have you had this before? Hey, can you help me with this? Well, come on, man, can you help me? And you're trying to think of, oh, do I have something? Do I not have something? And then they say to you, come on, you don't even have anything going on. You don't even remember it. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do it for you. No, when you have a schedule, I'm sorry, I'm busy on that day. I can't do that day. Is there another day you can't? Probably it's better to ask someone else then. Having a schedule will help you to say no to people because they know that you have everything scheduled and you can't fit it in. If you have no schedule, you just get yourself into trouble. All right, guys. So that is the end of today's talk. How to stop burnout before it even gets there. I hope you liked today's 2 tips and put into action right away. All right, guys. That is it for Espresso with Sky. My name is Sky, and also that's Chewy. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead, hit subscribe, smash that notification bell, and hit the like button. And very well, even more, please leave a comment below of what makes you burn out. And of course, if you want to support us, we got PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee. All right, guys. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.